I'm sitting outside here by the airsoft shed taking a break while I'm doing stuff, and I thought I'd make a comment on a discussion I was having with a bunch of people in the one base about miniguns. Now, they were specifically talking about the Echo 1 PM5. One guy's saying, oh, that shoots 35 rounds a second. Other one says 30. And one guy said, oh, that's definitely shooting 40 rounds a second. And my question to them was, how did you chrono it? Now, a normal chrono wouldn't work. But something like, an actual real steel chrono, like you shoot through a set of bars, might give you an estimated rounds per second. But the general conversation was not actually how to chrono it, even though I brought that up. It was, is that too fast for an airsoft game? There are some places that have a 25 round per second limit, a 30 round per second limit, and they're talking about milsim events have a 40 round per second limit. And I'm like, I'm looking at some of these milsim events, and I did not see that. I saw 20. And I actually saw 25, and there was one I saw that was 30. But I didn't see a 35 or 40. Maybe I'm just not looking at the same events these guys are looking at. But it still brings the question up, should these guys allow the minigun at an event? A regular event, not like a regulated milsim event where they say there's a 25 or 30 rounds per second limit. Because the one minigun I saw had the switch on it. I forget what model that is. And one is 1,500 rounds per minute or 3,000. You flip the switch and it's 3,000 rounds per minute. That's 25 and 50. So if somebody sets it at 25 and says, oh, I'll leave it at this, and then just switches it up to 50 during the day, they have no way to enforce that unless they actually go up and see if the switch is flipped to that particular mode. Now, the Echo 1 PM5, I left several messages asking what the rate of fire was, and the rounds per second I was told was 30. Another guy's, I went and did the same thing, and he said it was 35. I'm trying to get Echo 1 to tell me exactly what it is, and we'll go from there. Now, I don't know how these guys are going to chrono this at the recent events that I've been going to, because I go to these events and they have a regular chrono. They don't have no way to chrono the minigun. So are they taking the guy's word for it, or saying don't overshoot people? That's like telling someone, you got a gun that shoots 60 rounds a second. Don't just do burst fire at him. I'm like, in a second he put 60 rounds at somebody. I inevitably got the discussion in the social media about, oh, I did do it for trigger response, or, oh, I need to shoot that fast so they call their hits. I have an LMG, 30 rounds per second, with a Polar Star engine in it, that I have set at 11 rounds per second. I'm trying to match what the real steel version shoots, which is 660 rounds per minute. I have people complaining about that it's too fast, it's hurting people. And I'm like, I'm shooting 340 with 2.5s. I think I'm at 139 joules or something like that. And I'm like, their joule limit is 186 something or like that. And I'm like, I'm not even close to what they're shooting. So them saying that they need to shoot that 65 rounds a second for trigger response, maybe, I don't know. I got people complaining about my pistol shooting. They thought I was shooting full auto because I was shooting 2 pistols. People will complain and bitch and moan and do whatever about no matter what you got. My concern is that I don't want to hurt anybody, and I hope everybody else that's playing this game doesn't want to hurt anybody either. I know people push the line, try to get these higher value FPS rifles admitted for under DMR and oh, why does it have a 100-foot engagement distance? Because you're shooting over 450. And a 50-foot engagement distance for LMG that's shooting 450 Why isn't it the same as the DMR that's shooting 450? I'm confused about some of the rule sets I see. If you're going to have something that's 100-foot engagement distance at 450, that should be for everything. These are the kind of arguments I was getting into on social media, and I guess I'm old school. I don't want to hurt people. It's a game. I'm there to have fun. I'm hoping everybody else is there to have fun and have a good time. And if you're overshooting somebody with a massive, like, rounds of BBs coming at you, they're going to, like, get discouraged right away and say, oh, screw this. I don't want to do this anymore. I actually switched to semi-only here at my private field because everybody that was shooting full auto was complaining. And I said, I don't want to hear the complaints anymore, so we're all going to go semi-only. It had a few people get all bent out of shape about it, and I'm like, too bad, so sad. You're too close. I don't want to have people hurt themselves. We were shooting semi-only in the compound area that we have with buildings, so we decided to have semi-only in every aspect of the location. And the thing of it is, it matches most events we're going to. They're semi-only, and the snipers have a 100-foot engagement distance and have to have a pistol, and we have no LMGs. Everything's fine. Never have a problem. So just consider the arguments that I get for the miniguns and how many rounds you shoot per second. It's not about the rounds per second. It's about how accurate you are with the few rounds that you put downrange. That's my rant for the day. Enjoying the weather out here. I hope you're all guys are out there enjoying the weather too. Have a good day.
I need an adult! I need an adult!